Blaire Benoit with Rainbow Promotions, and we're here with DL Hughley at the Comedy Explosion. Hi DL, welcome back to Long Beach.
Hello, new Oprah. How you doing?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm exceptional.
It's great to have you back in Long Beach. It's always a pleasure.
It's where I started. I guess we used to have a joint here years and years ago called the Birdland West, so it's kind of where I cut my comedy teeth, yeah.
Yeah, that was my grandfather's play.
Yeah. I was actually on stage at Birdland West when my third kid was being born, and your grandfather came on stage and said, hey, you know your wife's in labor, so I got off stage and drove all the way to Lancaster to watch her be born.
Oh my God! I didn't know that you guys had history going back that far.
Yep. We've been at it a long time. It was where we had it on Tuesday nights, and cats would get out of jail on Monday, and then on Tuesday they would be in the Birdland West. So it was where, and I think Robin Harris did his album there. The Wayans brothers used to come through. Jamie. I mean, it was where all comics kind of cut their teeth, and I was the host. And it was, I think, was really kind of what got me started and being on the road and. Being a stand-up that could handle a diverse audience. So it was, I'll always have a special place for it in my heart.
Tell me a little bit about being able to use your platform as a subject for discussing, political issues, your family, your wife, your children. Your son has Asperger's syndrome.
Asperger's, but I think, to me, like I said, comedy's truth, and I think that there is a move in this country to kind of make everybody kind of feel and act and be the same way. And to me, I think being an individual is the most important thing, but also if you're not part of the collective, in other words, if you don't think like everybody else does, you're abhorrent to people. And I think that comedy fights that. The only way to have a discussion is that if you're willing to kind of be who you are, as opposed to who people want you to be. And I think comedy is the through line to that discussion. But I think that everybody wants to be the same thing. Everybody wants to have the same thought. I think that people now are getting in trouble for having thoughts that people don't like. So that's a very dangerous thing, and I think comedy kind of cuts through all that.
Tell us a little bit about how you really discovered your passion for comedy and how you got started in the business.
I think that comedy kind of finds you. I was never a good athlete, never that bright. Couldn't get any girls any other kind of way, but I can make them laugh. And I think that to me, comedy is truth, and I think it is the last great art form. And I think that when you love a thing as much as I love comedy, the gift is to kind of make sure that somebody else is able to keep that gift going. But I think that there's not a more beautiful thing intrinsically than people laughing. And I think it's an honor to call this my profession.
So with the jokes that you told on Twitter today, did you get a little bit negative feedback?
You can't. Listen, here's the thing. I'm personally glad that America is moving forward, and that all of a sudden that we're a society where people can get an opportunity based on their marriage and not who they are or what color they are or who they have sex with. But in football, you got to be able to run. You can't be gay and run a 4.9. We're tolerant, but we're not intolerant of speed. And I think to me it was ironic that a dude that came out and the first gay dude was drafted by the Rams. That's hysterical to me. I'm just glad it wasn't the Packers or the Browns. That would have been. But I think that is just a truism that only comedy can reach. And I hope that we never lose our sense of irony, and I hope that we never lose our sense of humor. Like, sometimes it's funny if an old person falls down. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's funny if something happens. And I think we can't be, I think comedians have a special charge because we can't be what everybody else is. We have to be the thing you're ashamed sometimes to laugh
at. Of course, my brother DL rocked the house, but I love comedy, so, so many years, a lot of these great guys on here, D-Ray, Gary Owens, all of them really solid, but you see DL from that other era, you know what I'm saying, the gentleman comedy, but all top notch, so well dressed. I felt underdressed because I just got off the plane. I was going iron. I was like, you know what, I'm going to let him have his night. But see, this is how we used to do on Kings. But that's my man, great show, always dynamic, man. Long Beach is love out here, everything always be hollering. Yeah.
Is there anything upcoming, coming up that we don't know about, or any new projects you're working on?
We just did a special that aired. We're doing 2 books. I'm writing 2 books, so hopefully I won't get in any more trouble. We're doing a syndicated radio show, and I just sold a movie where we try to get young black men the same protections you give animals you hunt. Like, you can't shoot from a moving car, you can't kill the young, you can only bag a few a year. So it's an ironic way of looking at things. I think, again, we care more in our society about animals than we do about young men, and to me there's an element of irony to that just calls out for comedy.
Well, that sounds great. We're definitely looking forward to it.
Very talented. You are. I don't know about this cameraman. He ain't all he's doing is standing there. I could do that.
Thank you so much, DL. It's a pleasure having you.
Pleasure talking to you.
This has been another Rainbow promotion.